Sad but true is that Nancy Pelosi's imitation of Aunt Clara is back at truck. Even more sad is that it's far from imitation but lawmakers' reality. This week, the California lawmaker returned to Washington to hold her press briefing. Although completed, her press conference was far from clear as Nancy immediately started her best Aunt Clara imitation, mumbling, stumbling and repeating words and having one of those senior moments trouble saying Martin Luther King and slurring prescription drugs. Pelosi had intended to use Reverend Martin Luther King's legacy as a political talking point in pushing a progressive agenda of socialized medicine. However, what ensued was a rambling, incoherent performance, reminiscent of her past performances, which seems to have become more problematic with each year. Although she tried hard to treat the media, who had gathered to broadcast her presentation, with a cohesive speech, in the end she failed. At one point she stumbled within her remarks, appearing confused, saying she was inspired by Dr. King's call for fairness, opportunity, and equal opportunity, and equal ACC access to equality. She continued her speech with a more lucid attitude when stating, "It's really sad the Republicans' tax cut." Then, she looked up to the ceiling trying to remember her next line. Once again suffering a momentary lapse, slurring her words, she continued, "Prescription drugs. What has happened this week, that is," she said, trailing off and staring at reporters. "I don't want to say different," she finally continued, before correcting herself. After the far from cohesive and ridicule conference was over, the journals were even more doubtful of Nancy's mental health condition. Featured images source H/T, Everyday Conservative.